All right. Welcome back, y'all, to another week, another episode of the No 304 Show. I'm your host, 78 Sports TV. Check it out. It's an odd time of the day. I get it, but I gotta put some content up. You know what I mean? The homie Blu-ray been over here holding it down. I gotta put some content up, so I'm gonna go live real quick while I got the time, and we're gonna chop it up on this Nolan Wells situation. And be on the lookout for the Patreon because I got hellified videos about this, bangers on the Patreon that's coming soon. You feel me? This weekend. But let me see what we got in the building. Who done pulled up on us real quick? The homie Rod Neal. Shout out to the homie Rod Neal. I see you in the building, brother. Terrell Coldwell. Salute to the family in the building. Keon True Story. What it do, G? See you in the building. Let's see what we got here. The homie Will Sinclair is in the building. My brother, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk Cadillac Red is in the building. St. Louis Mix, what it do, family? The homie Justin Cash is in the building. Salute to everybody in the building. Let's get right down to the smoke. So, for those who don't know what's going on here, there was a young brother by the name of Nolan Wells who went out to, he's from Mississippi. He went out to an island off the coast of Mississippi, Horn Island, I believe it's called. He went out there with a group of his white friends, right? Not that he don't have black friends. He have black friends, but he was hanging out with his white friends on that particular day. And they went out to this Horn Island for the 4th of July celebration, fireworks, all that good stuff. And they went out there on a boat, one of his friends' boats, and he never returned. He didn't return alive. His cell phone returned, his car keys returned, but his body remained on the island. So it's some nasty, nasty work out here in these streets. So one thing we're finna do right now, let me share my screen and we're finna get to it. Let's see what we got out here. Matter of fact, let's play this. This is Al Sharpton, Benjamin Crump, and the family, the parents of Nolan Wells. Let's play this real quick. Let's go through this real quick. And this is live. This is my first time watching it.
He was one black with 3 young white men who happened to end up with his phone, happened to end up with his kids. There's just too many questions that they should not be closing the investigation. Now, I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm a little different than some.
What Al is talking about right now, I gather, the police have already concluded early on in the investigation that there was no evidence of foul play, even though these guys have returned home without their black friend. But they got his material. They got his phone and his keys, but ain't no foul play. Okay, let's talk about it.
I was built different. My nose is out here, my eyes are here, my brain is here, which means some things I could smell before I could see and before I could figure out, this does not smell right. So some people are saying, Reverend, are y'all bringing in race? Well, we're not bringing in race, but we're not discounting race either, because we don't know what it is. So to tell us don't rush to judgment saying it was racist is fine. But then I'm telling you, don't rush to judgment saying it was not racist, because we do not know. We do know what these parents are being told and what the parents have now shared with us does not make sense. How do you end up a young, promising football player, not in trouble, mother and daddy at home, everything we tell him to do and be? They go on the 4th of July, on the anniversary of this country, going to an island, but out with his friends. And the friends come back, and he left there with some story about, he said, leave them behind. But then by some magic, one of the friends has his keys and his phone. Mind you, His mother tracked down the phone.
That's right. The mama, it's not like the friends came back with his keys and phones and called his parents or went to his parents' house and said, hey, yeah, Nolan, he decided to stay on the island. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we got for you. No. His mama had to track his phone and find out where his phone was at. They had it the whole time, the white boys.
They didn't voluntarily tell her they had his phone. They didn't voluntarily say they had the keys. So if they had not been tracked down, we don't know if they ever would have known where it was. Some of this doesn't make sense. So we are absolutely a National Action Network and other groups going to rally behind this family. I have told them that whatever we can and need to do, we will do it because this smacks of some of the worst fears that we've had historically, not only in Mississippi, but in this country. And we are there until the end with them. I've been asked by the family to be in Mississippi for the funeral to officiate, which I'm going to do. We just got off the phone with Tyler Perry, the actor who says he wants to help cover whatever expenses for the funeral. We have with us Spike Lee is in the house. Many of our people. Salute to Colin Kaepernick, salute to Tyler Perry and Spike Lee and anybody else that is contributing to helping this black family. Salute to y'all. That's dope. People that have always supported families are there. This is not about them trying to raise money. We're going to take care of that. This is about, though, they got to keep going forward. But we want justice and let the chips fall where they may. If it ends up being one way that we suspect was wrong, fine. But if it's another way, don't back up and play games with this. They are not activists or lawyers. So they only want justice for their son. I'm an activist. When we get there and they say we heating things up, that's what we do. Because sometimes you got to make people sweat to get the poison out of their system. I'm the talk to him then, Al. Sweat man. And they are the parents that want to see justice for their son. Let me let you hear from Christine and Elmo Wansley, and then Attorney Crump. Okay, Attorney Crump, then we.
Thank you, Reverend Al, for.
Al need to go ahead and get rid of that perm now. Like it's 2026, Jay. You got to get rid of that perm. It's ridiculous at this point.
Always answering the bell, as you have done on so many occasions when families get the worst news of their life. And make no mistake about it, Christine and Elmo got the worst news of their life on what was supposed to be a joyous occasion where everybody was celebrating the 4th of July weekend. I'm Attorney Ben Crump with law fraternity Lisa Park and Jared Preston and Camila Moore. We have the honor and privilege of having to lead an independent investigation on behalf of the family of Nolan Wells. Why do you say we need to be retained to lead an independent investigation? It is because the family has distrust of the Mississippi law enforcement officials giving them a fair investigation where their black son ended up dead after going out on a boat with 3 young white men. The history of Mississippi is something that they don't just read about in books, but it's a lived experience for many Black Americans that oftentimes when our children are killed in highly questionable situations, that there is this notion that, oh, it was nothing wrong, no foul play, let's just sweep it under the rug. But we refuse to sweep it under the rug. We refuse to just let Nolan Wells' death be in vain.
That's right.
We're going to make sure that we get to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, because Nolan deserves it. You're going to hear his mother and father talk about what a wonderful young man he was. I mean, doing everything right. Reverend Al, he was not only a college student, he was a great athlete. He was a model big brother for his brothers and little brothers and sisters, and he was a great son who was on the cusp of becoming a man. I mean, Christina Elmore did everything to prepare him for this moment. He was so close. He was right there. You're going to hear his father talk about him had a good football season last year, but this season he was really ready to go to the next.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what them parents is feeling. I couldn't do it, bro. I mean, I can't, bro. I can't. Looking at his mother and father right now, I couldn't do it, bro. Knowing, I mean, they probably have different backgrounds than me, but this is where I would get in trouble because of my street background. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna have 2 or all of them kids who listen. When my son, this is how we were taught in the black community. If you go with them, you leave with them. You cannot come back and tell me my baby ain't with you, but he left with you. You can't. Oh, he wanted to do. No, I don't want to hear none of that. I'm gonna have everybody in the basement. Everybody got to tell me something, or we gonna crash out in a way.
Next level to go to Division I. I mean, the highlights that you're seeing on social media of his athletic prowess. I mean, it is all relevant, because when you start talking about drowning, I mean, this is a kid who knew how to swim. This is a kid who was in tip-top shape. He was a superior athlete. And so I'm going to get to that in a moment, these glaring contradictions, but to try to say, oh, we're suggesting it was just an accidental drowning, you can go ahead and move on. Well, they are not accepting it. They are not accepting it. They want to know that you have not taken the path of least resistance, that you have done a full...
No. We not accepting. The whole community not accepting that crap.
Complete, thorough, impartial investigation, because it cannot be lost on anybody, but especially us in the black community. If the roles were reversed.
Talk to him then. All right, here we go. Now talk to him.
And you had 3 young black men on a boat with a young white man. And that young white man ended up dead. What kind of investigation would be being conducted by the Mississippi law enforcement officials? How many times would those 3 young black men be interrogated? So all we're asking is the same consideration you would have given if the roles were reversed. Give that consideration to this family as well. That is our fight. The glaring contradictions just jump out at you. The fact that he is there with his friends, and you look at all the videos, it seems to be he's the only black on the island, or maybe one other, but not many. And so, Jared, you have where a young woman he was talking to says that, well, Nolan said he was going back to get on the boat with the boys. The boys say that Nolan told them he was going to stay and talk to the young woman.
Okay, so why y'all got his phone and his keys then? If he gonna, I don't know nobody that's gonna leave they phone and keys with some other dudes while they talk to some girl and stay on the island by themselves. This is nasty work.
It's a contradiction. They're not saying the same thing. One of them is telling the truth, one of them is not. We have to get to the bottom of that. It's important. And then the fact, Reverend Al,
please smash the like button, y'all. If you're watching this video and you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button and share the video on all your social media to all your friends and family, because we're cooking over here today.
that they have this video of an argument that is going on. And you know, thank God all young people, they have cell phones, and anytime you hear people raising their voice, they start the video. And so you hear on the video, Nolan saying, "Give me my freaking phone. What are you freaking doing?" And that becomes even more relevant when you think about the story that they are presented, that Nolan chose to stay behind. That's what they're saying.
Which makes no sense. He on tape arguing with y'all about his phone. Y'all holding his phone hostage for whatever reason. I don't know what was on his phone, legal or illegal, but y'all holding the phone hostage. He on tape arguing with y'all about the phone, and then he end up unalived, but y'all got his phone and his keys. Come on, bro.
But his phone, he wouldn't take that with him if he's going to stay behind on the island. I mean, we're talking about an 18-year-old kid. What teenager would leave their phone behind if they're going to stay on this island? What teenager wouldn't take their phone? And so it's not adding up. It's not adding up at all. The fact, as Reverend Al said, you know, they didn't take his phone with them. His mother, when she finds out that her baby is missing, they start trying to track the phone. The GPS, the phone, they use Life 360, and they discover that, well, the phone is on land. The phone is on land, but you're saying he went missing on the island. And so it's not adding up. And so they go get the phone. And you hear her tell herself, when her and her sister start going through his phone, they realize that they're deleted messages, so they're trying to figure out, well, why are there deleted messages on his phone?
They deleted the boy messages. They took his phone and deleted the messages. Listen, the fact that the police say we'll have no evidence of foul play, all of them ain't on this shit to me.
I mean, it becomes relevant when you start putting everything together, where we can't just say, oh, there's no instance of foul play. We're going to get to the truth one way or the other. The fact that, and this really makes no sense to me, Reverend Al, this notion that, well, he drowned, y'all have, I'm sure, seen all the videos out there. I mean, if he's drowning, nobody sees him drown. Nobody offers assistance. Nobody tries to help him. I mean, obviously, he stands out. He's, I think, the only black person I saw when I'm looking at the videos. And if you see him drowning, you mean nobody is going to try to help him? It's not adding up. It is not adding up. And that's why the family, at their behest, we had an independent autopsy being performed. And we thank Colin Kaepernick for helping to pay for that independent autopsy. And we thank Tyler Perry for helping to pay for the funeral. Because as Reverend Al said, these were just...
Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Shout out to Spike Lee. Shout out to Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, yeah, for real, man.
Everybody who is donating anything to help this family out. Salute to y'all.
For real.
Parents going about their life, they weren't expecting any of this. And then we're having to try to hire these experts to be able to go and see if they can retrieve deleted messages. We have to have experts. You'll hear from Attorney Park talk about, where the body was found when it was recovered and how long it took to be recovered. We think all of those are relevant issues to trying to understand what really happened to Nolan Wells. And this independent autopsy is so very important because we had his body flown from Mississippi to Washington, D.C. because his family wanted to make sure that they had a doctor who had no ties to Mississippi law enforcement to do an independent examination.
And we all know the history of Mississippi. So I'm glad that the parents was on that.
Of their son's body. And we are hopeful to get that result in the very near future. We were hoping we would have had it today. However, as you all know, here in New York, they canceled all the flights yesterday, and so it took a long time for his body to get to the medical examiner's office in Washington, D.C. But rest assured, as soon as we get those results, we will make them known to you because we believe transparency is very important. We want to lead by example. We want them to be transparent, and we want to be transparent. We know they conducted the autopsy. We are waiting on their results as well. The final thing I will say is this. If there are any people who are on that island, any young people who recorded videos, who witnessed things, who...
Look at the mama in the background. Lord have mercy. That gotta be so painful, man.
Yeah, they strong because I'd have been tore up on standing on that stage.
Hey, bro,
Ugly crying, everything, bro.
I know I couldn't have done it. I'm telling you right, I couldn't have done it, bro. I couldn't. I would have crashed out by now. Police would have been killed me.
I'm telling you.
Who may have saw Nolan at any time on that island, please, please, please let us know. Please call Ben Crump.com, call the number, just any information. They are desperate. We're in a ferocious pursuit for the truth. And y'all, if it was your child, wouldn't you want everybody who knew something to let you all know? This is a hard one, man, because it's so tragic on so many levels. Brother Food, Brandon Parents, we have Attorney Lisa Park, who is helping head up the investigation of our office.
My name is Lisa Park. I'm the senior attorney for the Ben Crump Law Office in Atlanta. It is our honor to work with the family.
All right, I guess they're finna go into some politics now, but I haven't watched this yet, so I don't know if I hope I'm not missing that. Let me see. Oh, wait, the mama is speaking. Let me skip past this lady.
You've got to be part of the solution. You've got to be part of that. You have to make it happen. And if you have information, please call us. It is incredibly important. People out there, you have answers. You may not know exactly what your information means, but if you saw something, say something, please.
All right, we're going to hear from the parents, and then we'll have Q&A. And what I want is, when we go to the media, identify yourself and your outlet so we know who is speaking. And let me say again that we are standing with this family to the very end and make sure we deal with justice. Let's first hear from the mother, Christine Wanda.
First of all, I want to say thank you, everyone, for being here. This is not how I wanted the world to meet my son, but here we are.
Okay, this sister look like she's black and Asian or something, but Deuce was hitting me up saying, man, his mama is she Chinese? His mama Chinese. Shut up, bro.
So, as you know, Christine Wells Longley, I am Nolan Wells' mom. And Nolan is the kindest soul. He never met a stranger. He loved everybody. He didn't care if you were black, white, purple, green, looked like a marshmallow. Like, he just wanted everyone to be in peace with one another.
And I think this is where we messed up as parents.
That's what I'm about to, yeah. We'll talk about it.
We're going to talk about this later, though.
He loved life, and God gave him this big heart, which always scared us. Me and his dad had conversations with him all the time, not just about the importance of understanding our history as Black people, but also the importance of how you have to move in certain spaces.
She said our history as Black people. So all you ninjas hit me up talking about his mama Chinese, his mama from the Chinese. Like, shut the hell up. Y'all some dumbass, ignorant ass niggas.
And it's not us being, feeding into racism or the stereotypes that comes with that. Unfortunately, that is just a matter of fact. There have been many cases, many instances that shows it is unfortunately a pattern that he did not like. He did not like that there was so much division, and I think that's why God gave him us. He was really a peacemaker.
The most beautiful souls, the most peaceful souls, the most uniting souls always get unalived. Martin Luther King wanted to judge everybody by their content and their character, and they murdered him. You understand me? They unalived this brother, Martin Luther King. So everything we talking about, whatever, man. I'm just gonna play it.
He wanted, like I said, everyone to be included. He never wanted to leave anyone out. He just, even at a young age, I don't know, he was, so his father and I were having a moment, and as couples do, and even in that moment, he runs in the room with his diaper on, of course, and he starts dancing, because it was like he could feel the tension. He could feel that something wasn't right. So he was just a special kid. Like, he was a special kid, but again, just heart was so big. And we're gonna miss him dearly. But we are grateful, especially to our friend Tashima, who actually was one of the people who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was, and then provided that to us, because we of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report with, whether it was the county or the city, which then turned into DMR, who I contacted immediately. From there, But, so, our friend actually, when I called her, Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon. When I called her, I said to Shima, have you seen Nolan? He's missing. No one has seen him, no one has talked to him. The boys were actually with her sons. So they opened up their Snapchat because a lot of the kids do have their locations where they're tracking one another. So one of the boys says, well, it's showing that, I can't exactly remember what his location was showing, but my Life 360 location was showing something completely different. It was actually showing that his phone was like he was on land. And so we ended up, she received the phone from that parent, and then we met up where his car was, which was at a separate location. There were issues obtaining the key, but even so, there's just a lot of.
Tell them about what happened.
So I'm gonna let my husband tell you about that because he actually went up to the door to get the key, because at that point, I was just not in my right mind. This has just been an awful situation, just terrible.
Elmore waterfall.
Okay, so the situation with the key. When we got to the house, a few of his friends, they were already there. And they were at the door in the house, asking questions. So when I walked up, they were getting, it was getting kind of intense. So I turned to them and said, I need you guys to calm down. I don't do this to you right now. I need them to kind of trust me so they can give me something. So I'll tell you, calm them down. So the guy, he's in one of the pictures. He came out of the room, half asleep or whatever, I think Jack or whatever. And I said, look, I'm Nolan's father. I'm here to get his keys so I can get his car. I said, his car was in New York. His car's parked in New York. So he was like, I don't know, man. I know it's like I'm brother. I said, well, no, it's like your brother. Would you please go in the room? He said, you found his keys so I can take his car. He walks off. 2 or 3 minutes come back. I can't find the keys. I said, okay, so at that point, I get the boys, I get them out the house because I didn't want them to go into the house and start tearing up these people's houses because they'd never be a homeless situation. So we walk outside by the car. One of the guys that was in the house with us, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl told him that Nolan's keys were on top of this Jack's guy's Xbox in the house because apparently she was there with him. Earlier. So he goes back up to the door by himself, and 5 minutes later, the keys come out. So now I feel like you lied to me. So now I'm really like in distrust with you. But as far as the night goes, if I knew we only had a boat, I would have went out that night looking for my son. We tried, but I don't have fish boats. But if I knew someone with one, I would have went out that night. And this so happened that his coach saw all the stuff on Facebook the next morning and contacted me like 5 in the morning, asking me if we want to go out. And I told him yes. So within an hour, he was at the dock. We met him and we went out. We docked the boat, got out the boat, walked on the island, walked a pretty nice stretch, came back, got back on the boat, around the island, looked, came back around, and where we went to, that's where apparently they say that his body filled up. I don't know a lot about water currents or whatever, but I would think that we would have saw his body. And on the trip there was a family that stayed like on the island, like actually tented out on the island. So if he was left, he would have saw their family on the island, and it was 2 of those docks, so he would have had help. So I don't know. I think we stayed there for like an hour and a half. That's when Jackson County and the sheriff department showed up and they were going to do their rounds. And I have a classmate of mine, Hugh, and his two boys, they came out and they searched, and then they got back to Pennsylvania City Coast Guard and finally showed up in airplane. So, yeah.
What is so critical, what Elmore said is they went out on Sunday and the tide, if it brought his body up, he went missing on July 4th, as they say. His body should have been there on July 5th. Why would it now appear to July 6th? And that's one of those things that's just not adding up. And the fact that if he stayed behind on the island, there were boats there. There were people. Somebody had to see something. That's why it's not adding up. And that's what they're saying. It is just not adding up.
And if he was there 2 days, somebody on the island would be able to verify that. 2 days, and nobody's come forward and said, no, he was with us, or no, we saw him. It just does not make sense. Make it make sense.
Just one last thing. We want her to talk about the cell phone deleted messages.
You're talking off mic.
I'm sorry. I thought my voice was loud enough. One last thing. We want to have Christine talk about the cell phone from her perspective before they tell you who Nolan was, and then we'll take your questions.
So when we made it home, my sister and I actually went through Nolan's cell phone, particularly Snapchat, because that is so popular with the children. And when we opened it up, there was nothing. There were no saved pictures. There were no snaps from that day. And we did open it before the 24-hour expiration. So we found that very concerning, only because anyone who's ever been around Nolan will tell you at social gatherings, he's taking videos, he's taking pictures, he's even come up to me when I'm getting ready to go to bed, hey mom, come on, take a picture of me. You know, like he's just, that was Nolan. So that's why we feel that things may have been deleted, was because of the fact that there was nothing in either one of his accounts. But I do want to say this. I would hope that any parent who, God forbid, would be in our situation, I would hope that you would do the same thing. I would hope that you would ask for any help, receive any help to get answers, because at the end of the day, that's all we want. We just want to know. We just want to know what happened. I want our baby to come home. Like that's our biggest thing. And we are so grateful to everyone, family, friends, classmates, United Cajun Navy, everybody that's assisted us. We appreciate you. There's not enough thank yous that we could say or give to you, but I just, we just want to know. We want an honest, thorough investigation. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, this is hard to watch. Let's stop it here. Southside, my brother Southside, you there, we good brother?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Can y'all hear me good, brother?
Yes, sir.
I hear you, brother. What's your thoughts on all of this, man? I know you, Southside, ain't you down in Mississippi, ain't you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? Law enforcement in Mississippi. How you
Yes,
feel about
sir.
all this?
Man, right now, man, the climate in Mississippi is so crazy right now. Cause of course, we got this situation, and we still waiting on the investigation to get finished with. I don't know if you heard about it, maybe you did, about the 1-year-old child that was unalived by the cop that shot into the vehicle up in Senatobia, Mississippi. I don't know if you heard about that.
I had not heard about that.
Oh
I have.
man,
Yeah, that was crazy.
oh man, 7-8. Like this right here is just the tip of the iceberg of what's going on. Like this is Ben Crump's second big case in Mississippi.
Right.
Like he might as well just get an office down here, because it seems like it's getting to the point to where it's like, what's next?
Mhm.
And you had this situation here, man. It's like it just doesn't make any sense, man. And like I said, we talking about young kids in a technological era where you telling me nobody know nothing, nobody saw anything. Okay, this kid just goes down to I didn't even know there was an island off the coast of Mississippi. This is my first time ever
I found out about it. I found out about it on the 4th of July when he came up missing. I said, an island off the coast of Mississippi called Horn. I ain't never heard of
Yes, never 7-8, never heard of this. And it definitely don't sound like a place where ninjas should probably be going. And anything associated with an island in 2026, Epstein Islands, Gilligan's Island, ninjas probably shouldn't be going there. And you can only get there by boat or helicopter. So the child goes with these guys to this island. I thought when I first heard the story, I'm thinking, oh, they just went to the coast, right? Maybe Biloxi, Gulfport. Now they went to an island. They left land here and went across water to a whole nother place that most people never heard of until now. So you telling me that y'all went to an island and y'all saying, hey, we going back over here. But he was like, man, y'all, man, y'all go ahead, man. I'm chopping up with Shawty, man. You know what I'm saying? Here, take my phone, take my keys, man. I get up with y'all.
Cap, super cap.
Huh?
A black man,
Man,
a black man telling somebody to take his phone and his keys to his vehicle. I'm gonna stay here with this chick, but the chick says that's all. Matter of fact, let me share my screen real quick. I gotta go to Jerry Living Green, but I'm gonna share this screen real quick one time so I can show y'all something else. All right, let me see here. Y'all know there was an argument where Nolan he was saying, "Hey, what y'all doing with my phone? Give me my effing phone. Give me my effing phone." It's an argument now, so I'm trying to find that argument real quick. I might have passed it up. Let me see. Where's it? It gotta be up here somewhere. Let me see. Let's see here. Let's try this one.
Nolan Wells is seen getting into a heated verbal dispute before he went missing. Nolan Wells is seen getting into a heated verbal dispute before he went missing.
Hold on, what's that? It's not the one I want to show you. That's another one. I seen it earlier. Let me see if this is. This not it. It's one where I just watched it. Now I can't. Let's see if this is.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadai Shakur. So in the case of Nolan Wells, his family has decided to hire attorney Benjamin Crump because they want a full-on investigation.
No, that's not it. I apologize. I thought I had it locked in. Yes, I don't have it locked in. It's a video up here where, for sure, you can hear him talking, saying, "What the hell? Give me my fucking phone. Give me my fucking phone." Let me see.
New video appears to show Nolan Wells arguing with the friends he was with before they reached the island. And now the biggest question is why he did not have his phone. The 18-year-old went missing on July 4 after going by boat with a group of friends to Horn Island, about 10 miles off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. He was last seen around 3 p.m. on the west side of the island. His mother later reported him missing near midnight after he never came home. Nolan was found dead in the water on July 6th. Authorities have said they do not currently suspect foul play and believe he may have drowned, but the case has raised many.
Well, how the hell did he drown? It's amazing how white folks say stuff like, "We don't suspect foul play. He may have drowned." How? How did he drown if he came there with his friends? He's on the boat. They got his phone and his keys, but somehow he ended up drowning in the water. How does that happen? And he a swimmer. Did somebody push him off the boat? Well, I mean, what happened? You gotta make this make sense.
And this my thing here, 7-8. It's like, okay, so the friends left and went over who they was with. Okay, you said that the girl said that like they weren't even together, like they weren't like what happened with
the girl said she had just met him. She talked to him, he was shooting his shot at her, and he left her saying, I'm finna leave, I'm finna go get on the boat with the homies. But the homies is claiming, nah, he stayed there with her. So they trying to put it off on her.
So this is my thing. So what do they just rent boats? Did they have their own boat? Because I'm assuming he wanted to go get on the boat and leave. Right. So he want to leave with his boys. He ain't got no boat to go home on. Who they go? Bro, they on an island. Oh, I'm gonna just stay back, or he gonna ride on the girl boat back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Super
Like,
duper cat.
It ain't making no sense, man. It ain't making no sense, and it's almost like, dude, they need to do investigation into this whole island. How often did this happen?
Right.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Cause nobody, I never heard of it. I said I've been living here my whole life. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of it until I never heard the whole island until hold up, Southside. Hold up. This is what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna ignore that shag you got there, brother. we're not gonna ignore that. That's diabolical. Old school shag.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but no, Jared Levin Green, my brother. How you doing, family?
Man, I can't complain, man. And shout out to y'all brothers, man, for talking about this. When I first heard the story, I was like, here we go again. Right. And then the people in Mississippi, and you can attest to this outside, is like, here we go again as well, because Mississippi, as far as when it comes to black people getting missing or I'm just trying to say the other word, deleted, unalive, missing, then the body comes up. There's a rich history of this, unfortunately. So you got, of course, the famous story Emmett Till in Money, Mississippi. Then you have the murders of James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael Schwerner in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Absolutely.
Back in the 60s. So
but that's the Freedom Riders.
This is nothing new. Yeah, the Freedom Riders, who it was two, I believe they were Jewish and one black.
Jared, hold it down for me. I got to use the restroom real quick, so you hold it down for me, good brother.
No problem. I got you. So those who don't know the history, it was two, I believe they were Jewish, like I said, and one black dude, James Chaney. They were civil rights supporters. They're part of the civil rights movement back in the day. So they were, taking pit stop in Philadelphia, Mississippi. So them good old boys down there found out who they were, grabbed them, and of course the police and the sheriff down there had something to do with. He was in on it, and they deleted them and threw them in the river. And then the FBI had to come down there and help them find the bodies. No one was charged or convicted. Cecil Price, the sheriff down there, he was convicted, but it was no serious stuff. And I mean, same thing for Emmett Till. No one was really charged or convicted. The town, that area, everybody kept their mouth shut. So in this situation, I fear because the same thing is going to happen, because especially down there in Mississippi, those communities down there, everybody keeps silent. And going back to those situations I just spoke of, it's been generations and no one has came up. Of course, the woman that Emmett Till whistled at, allegedly, and I believe it's true, Southside, where she said on her deathbed that she admitted that she lied on Emmett Till.
Yeah. Supposedly in a book or on her deathbed, she confessed that, hey, nah, he really didn't do that. And
Right.
there was never any kind of, and a matter of fact, I think it was in a book, because she died sometime after that. Because there were some people calling for the damn, like, she need to be prosecuted. Like, she played her part in this young man being kidnapped and brutally murdered off a lie, right? Which, think about it, which we already, I mean, just think with common sense. What young 14-year-old kid in that time period would have done that?
No,
Like,
not
being,
one. I don't know any.
just being real, right? Everybody wasn't Jack Johnson, right? So it's just one of those things, man, that it makes your mind wonder, man, because, like, bro, in Mississippi, it's so much going on right now, dude. Like, Mississippi, like Jackson, Mississippi, like, is like becoming one of the biggest homicide hubs of America for our people. We got them folks killing our people. You know what I'm saying? We got two big major investigations going on right now to where that if this crap doesn't go, or in the favor of the families feeling like they're getting the justice they need, watch the news, because it's probably gonna be some huge rise down here. It's already on the cusp of it in Senatobia. Like, it's already on the tipping point in Senatobia of a boiling point with this situation with this 1-year-old child getting unalived by a cop because he decided to shoot inside a fleeing vehicle. And there's no way not knowing the child was in it, regardless of what the alleged rumors are of what led up to it. No one has trained anybody, right, to shoot inside a fleeing car, especially knowing that there's a small child in there. Like, no one has trained anybody to do that, right? Now, if the driver takes off and it just boom, 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 run over people, kind of like the little massacre in New Orleans at the parade when the guy just started going through the crowd and just running people over, yeah, you got to stop the killing. You got to stop the killing, right? But just somebody fleeing, then that means everybody turns around on the checkpoint. Hey, we just shoot the tires out, right? So it's one of them things right now in Mississippi. And then, like I said, with this island, bro, I'm still stuck on the island because I never heard of this island. We're in the era of social media. This island, it got to be a popular attraction.
You be honest with you, man. I was gonna say, if you in the South, there may be an island because a lot of our ancestors, especially if you got a Geechee background, a lot of then we use on them islands or them marsh areas or them swamps, to farm rice, to crop rice, that white gold. So I'm not surprised, but I was like you. I ain't know that was the Mississippi had an island, but I ain't surprised,
bro. I've never heard. I hear people from Mississippi. They go to Cozumel, Mexico. You go to the Bahamas. You go to Cancun and all that. This is my first time ever hearing about. Oh, hey guys, we go off the coast of Mississippi to this island. I never heard of it. Never heard of it. So that raised the eyebrows for me. Like, what else goes on? Who else gonna came up missing down here that ain't been reported? That's what I want to know.
I'm telling you, man. And even one East Side Easy Money, he said he was born in and raised in Mississippi. He ain't never heard of Island.
Man, an island? An island? Like I said, I've heard, people go to Cozumel, people go to Cuba, they go to the Bahamas, they go to Cancun, take cruises, but I never heard of this island. It's just something new to me. This sounds like somewhere we probably wasn't supposed to be anyway. You know what I mean? Especially 18, 19-year-old black kid, young, good organs, you know what I'm talking about? Sure. Like it that just don't add up to me. Well, maybe it was a situation where, hey, these guys, maybe they started getting around them other folks, start acting different, right? Mm-hmm. And Nolan might have peeped like, wait a minute, y'all act kind of different. Like, what the fuck going on with shit? What y'all taking my shit? What I mean? Oh, so I'm cussing. I'm sorry. I mean to cuss.
You good, bro.
Yeah, y'all taking my what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I want to know what led to the argument. Like, what led to them getting into it?
I want to know why they had his phone and why he had to say, "Give me my effing phone back." What y'all doing?
Right. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, what led to that? Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was some legal or illegal on his phone. Regardless, maybe he smashed. I mean, I'm speculating. Maybe he smashed one of their sisters and had pictures or something. I don't know.
It could be.
Regardless of the fact, why would y'all want to keep this man's phone? Is why I'm tripping.
It's like you're doing it as if you're planning to do something. So let's get his phone so he can't call for help.
Right.
You know, type stuff. Cause like, why else would you want to confiscate his phone? Cause you're about to do something to this kid.
Big facts.
And you don't want him in a position to where he could possibly tell it. And then the fact of they didn't dispose of the phone, they just brought it back with them. Like, that's kind of wild right there.
Well, that's Go ahead.
My bad, what I was gonna say is the only way for us to find out is one of the people that was there, one of the friends who said, because there was people watched it. They're gonna have to come out and say what happened. But like I just said, with the history of Mississippi in the past, those communities keep their mouth closed.
And for all we know, I mean, for all we know, this ain't a stretch.
What's up with the cuz just leaving the gym, man? What we talking about? What we talking about?
No, man. Cooking on the Nolan Wells situation, young brother in Mississippi who got unalived by his white counterparts, and we don't know what's happening.
Did they make any arrests yet?
Not yet. No, the police trying to say it's They try to say it's no evidence of foul play. Meanwhile, if there's no evidence of foul play, then how the hell y'all got his cell phone?
Okay. Sounds about right. Sounds about Mississippi, right?
Right. You dig?
I'm chill. I'm gonna chill with this chick. Y'all just take my phone and my keys and my transportation. Y'all just go back to the land in Mississippi. I'm gonna stay on the island with this girl with no way of contacting you.
Well, we got to start asking these type of questions. Them white boys, who family is in law enforcement? Who family is in the judicial system?
One of them boys' father is a judge from I'm here.
Yeah, one of them mama is a judge. And that's the house that they took the boat to. Allegedly, they took the boat there and cleaned it up in the middle of the night.
Sounds like a cover up to me, you know what I'm saying? So the best thing that the parents of the young brother need to do is contact the FBI, you know what I'm saying, to do a thorough investigation, because the local police department won't help. Plus, we know how racist Mississippi is already, you know? So, those people probably got deep pockets, already family in the system, you know what I'm saying, judicial system. We don't know how many of their family is police officers. We don't know how many favors that they got afforded to them. So call the FBI and have them do their due diligence.
Who to say from some stretch of the imagination this ain't a hit call from the Austin Metcalf situation, an eye for an eye?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You can't
Thank
rule
you
it
for
out.
saying that, Southside. I was thinking in the back of my mind, but I ain't know how to articulate it. Thank you, brother.
I mean,
we talking about some savages now.
Yeah.
I can't rule that out, but from my understanding of being a brother and there's white people around, he probably was striking one of their chicks on the low, striking one of their sisters on the low. They found out, went through the phone and looked and got the information and the evidence, and then boom, went from there off of moving with emotions.
That's what I'm thinking, bro.
That's what 78 just said. Yep.
Yeah,
that makes logical sense.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, from my perspective, why would? Because he arguing with them on video, like, give me my phone. What the hell y'all doing with my phone? And then the parents say, when they got the phone back, that they had to go get the phone. And then it was all his stuff was deleted. Snapchat, social media stuff deleted. What did he have on there that y'all felt like y'all needed to delete it, right? And I believe they pushed him off the boat. I think he left with them. I think they pushed him off the boat, bro. I think they pushed him off and let him drown. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but we're gonna see.
Who to say them boys wasn't over there messing with little girls?
Ain't no telling what they were doing.
And Nolan found out about it.
That's another scenario. I was talking to my homie earlier. I said, who's to say they wasn't doing something or committed some crime, and then they know Nolan wasn't with it, so they're gonna take the evidence and get rid of him too. Who's to say that?
We ain't talking about an island now. They went to an island. We know what happens on islands, right?
I don't think it was that malicious. I honestly believe that he was probably smashing the gas on one of their girls, on one of their sisters. Things got heated, and dude probably couldn't take it. Now, as if that was my kid, I don't care what it's. I don't care what the answer is. I know somebody gonna pay the piper, and look like I got 3 victims in mind.
Hey, big facts.
You're not gonna unalive my son and think we're not gonna do nothing now. All that,
and it's over.
I forgive you for unaliving my family, and you just letting it go and letting them walk free. Ain't none of that. You're not about to live. You're not gonna see Christmas, Thanksgiving, none of that, Halloween, nothing. It's over with. It's done with. It's cookies. That's why we need to start getting the backbone again as black folks. I don't care if they call us ignorant. I don't care if they call us savages. I don't care if they call us whatever. At least you will stop harming us, unaliving us. You take big one, facts. We take 3. I mean, we got to get back to we got to get back to the basics. You meet evil with evil. You get what I'm saying? You meet how do you beat a bully, Abe? You become the bully. You bully the bully.
Yeah, you got to step to the bully and hit him in his mouth early.
To assert dominance.
Absolutely. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me see if I can find them clips I was looking for earlier. Let me see if I can find them clips. Let's see here. See, they're showing Nolan, he dancing and stuff. And let me see if I can find it. Is this the video? This is the video of, if you listen closely, but it's a better version. You can hear him in the background saying, "Give me my effing phone. What y'all doing with my effing phone?"
Yeah, I hear it.
They had the young homie phone. And
I hear it.
They want to delete whatever he had on his phone, whatever evidence it was. They want to delete it.
Or they was checking the evidence to make sure, like, to see if he was smashing the gas. That makes more genuine sense when you're dealing with youngsters.
Let me get this straight. You mean to tell me that Nolan Wells is surrounded by so many of so-called friends and so many pictures, and after being found deceased, Nobody has posted rest in peace. Instead, they all went private. Even the judge, stepmother of Warren Hudson, deactivated her social media. That's not friendly like behavior. These folks preparing for something big. Woo, y'all some fraudulent friends. Y'all quick to want to dance with them until it's time to dance with them. Can you use a my deepest condolences post in the court of law? Judge Ashley Cole disappeared off social media like Nolan's friends accountability.
Wyatt Pyron was one of the last so-called friends of Nolan to go private on his profile. I guess he got the news late. It's crazy how everyone else came back safe, and even Nolan Wells' cell phone made it back safely.
Nolan Wells is the one that passed away, but y'all are real ghosts. I pray that young man receives swift justice and that they don't get away with it was an accidental death excuse like they always do.
Lord have mercy.
That's
Lord
the
have
problem,
mercy.
cuz. The problem is everybody asking for justice through the judicial system. That ain't no justice. You're not gonna get no justice. You just seen the Korean man gun down a little boy that was running away from him.
Right.
You're not gonna get no justice like that, bro. It's only one way to get justice, bro, and that's street justice. Stop playing with these folks. Stop playing.
Well, they gonna
Stop
get
trying
theirs.
to be righteous.
Let me see. Hold up. I gotta see this. I think this one pissed me off, but I gotta look at it. I see this nigga, this jig, Jason Woodlock face. I gotta see what he finna say. Some jiggish.
Nolan Wells in this apparent drowning incident. Went missing on July 4th. Body found on July 6th. Social media is running wild with this story. And then on July 7th, Ben Crump announcing that he's been retained by the family. Ben Crump is a degenerate, race-baiting clown that is always there to stir racial division. Came to fame during the Trayvon Martin.
Shut your bitch ass. I'm not even listening to more of this shit. I can't
Yeah,
stand
please
this
don't.
nigga.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch ass nigga. I hate this nigga, bro. The fuck are you talking about, dude? This nigga, he do everything in his power to suck white dick, bro. Everything he can do. They don't even like you, nigga. Motherfucking Nick Fuentes already roasted your ass and told you was the coon. Told you was the coon. And to your face. They don't even fuck with you, but you doing everything in your power to make these people like you, and they still don't fuck with you, you dumbass, jigaboo ass nigga.
But we know what the type of person Whitlock is. He couldn't get no hoes in high school. He was lame. You know what I'm saying? But now that now he older, it's black people fault. You know what I mean? He want to pick up on black folk. Man, forget that dude, man.
That nigga
I mean,
pissed me all the way off, bro.
You know that they say all skin folk ain't kin folk.
In fact, let me see what. I want to hear what this white woman got to say real quick.
As the whole world is watching the Nolan Xavier Wells story, I have to tell you that it resonates specifically with me, a privileged white mom of a black daughter. My daughter is in her 20s and she is very adventurous. And when she leaves this house and does what I'm going to coin an inherently white activity, a little piece of my heart dies every single time. And I'm going to give you an example. She likes to go mudding in the woods.
Hold. Please tell me this white woman is blacker than Jason Whitlock. What the fuck we talking about? Is she finna say something different than Coonlock?
And there is a certain demographic does that and is on those trails. And she goes out there with her phone, but sometimes that doesn't matter because she's in the woods and there's no service. And she goes out with her guy friends. And I have two concerns. She's a woman in the woods with a predominantly male activity, and she's black. And so I can tell you that when this story hit the other day, it hit home for me. My heart goes out to the family. I'm so ecstatic to see that they hired Ben Crump. I know that he's going to do an extremely thorough investigation. And here's where all of us creators, I have a small platform, 50,000 followers over 2 platforms, but we all need to speak about this and we need to talk about it. Racism is rampant in this country. You know it and I know it, but I shouldn't have to worry. And his mom, Christine, shouldn't have to worry when our Black children leave the house and hang out with white people. As the whole world.
So that's a surprise. I was expecting her to be racist, but the fact that she's talking different than Jason Fatlock, nasty work. Let me see. Let me watch another one.
Okay, y'all, yesterday I told you about 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells, who went to Horn Island on the 4th of July with a group of his friends, and he never came home. His body was found Monday. His autopsy was performed Tuesday, but the cause of death has not been released, and they are still awaiting toxicology, which can take up to 2 weeks. Yesterday, I told you that Nolan's family hired renowned attorney Ben Crump. Ben Crump has said that there was peer pressure on the boat or with his friends on the island, something like that, and there was a big argument on the boat before Nolan was left behind on the island. He's also saying that Nolan's family discovered that there were text messages missing from Nolan's phone that had been deleted, and we do know that the phone was left on the boat. So the phone came back with the friends on the boat, and Nolan stayed on the island, but his family says messages have been deleted. I understand that, like, if there was drinking, these are young kids, maybe you're just not remembering to get your phone or whatever. But if you are electing on your own to stay on an island that is 10 miles off the coast, there's no ferry, there's no other service back, he doesn't have any service, he doesn't have a way to get a hold of anybody, how he would forget his phone or that nobody would give it to him, I don't know. That just seems really strange to me, and I feel like kids that age always have their phone on them. It is just strange to me that he didn't. The next piece of the puzzle is that a woman named Ashley Cole, who is a Chancery Court judge in that area, released a formal written statement. So her son Warren was one of the young men on the boat, and she confirmed that Warren had been interviewed by Jackson County Sheriff's Department and that he'd cooperated fully. She said that the boat left around 4:30 p.m. and that they last saw Nolan around 3 p.m. and that they left when they did because their boat was taking on water because of a bilge pump issue, and that Nolan had decided, I don't want to go back with you right now, I'm going to stay. And so they were like, deuces, I guess, like, we'll just see you later. She confirmed that she did deactivate her Facebook account, and she cited, like, protecting her children. There's a lot of attention on this right now, so I do understand that. Her being a judge, though, and being the mom or stepmom of one of the boys on the boat is feeling a little Murdoch.
Hey, they cooking out here more than Jason Fatlock.
Whole boat crash to me a little. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's giving me vibes. I'm feeling a little deja vu. Also, to be clear, the girl that he was talking to, Katie McCormick, has cooperated with the police. They said that they corroborated her story when she left the island. Other people confirmed this, that Nolan was not with her, and they had talked, and then that was it. So she's not suspected of any wrongdoing. But all of these things together are strange. They're strange. It warrants an investigation. And you've got a young black man who goes to an island with a group of friends, and he is the only one who doesn't come home. And I just cannot fathom leaving.
Okay, so let me stop this one. All right, so we hear the play here. We see what's going on. So now we heard Jason Coonlock out here diabolically cutting the jig for folks they not even cutting the jig. He cutting the jig. Them people like, look, shout out to the lovely is the word I see in the building, lovely. She says, good evening, 78 in the chat. Yes, indeed. Shout out to everybody in the building. If I missed y'all, I apologize. I've been ripping and running, going back and forth. But listen, me and the homie Insane, we got some stuff coming. We're gonna be cooking on the channel. You did? Y'all be on the lookout. We're gonna open up the panel and have y'all come up here. But I don't want to take away from this video talking about that. Just be on the lookout tomorrow. But let me share my screen one more time. I apologize. One more time. Let's see here. One more time. Okay. Here we go. Let me get out of here with her.
All right, so let me make sure I understand what's going on here. We in Mississippi. We got 3 white boys and 1 black boy. They all went out to a place where the only way in and out was via boat. They all came back except for the black boy. And they came back and gave the black boy's phone to his mom. And they said, I don't know what.
No. Wrong. They did not give the black boy's phone to his mama. She had to track his phone and then had one of her friends go get the phone from the white boys. The white boys wouldn't even talk to her, just so be clear.
Happens who was that? Lock him up. Y'all going to jail. It's open and shut. This sounds a lot like this. Huh? Y'all remember this? Huh? If there was ever a place where Black Lives Matter need to be Black Lives Matter, and it's out there in Mississippi right now. And please do not confuse what I'm fixing to say right now as victim blaming. But son, you are the only black man around 3 white boys in Mississippi, and then you're gonna go to a secluded location where the only way in and out is via boat.
Hey man, this is a conversation. Let's get to that conversation now. Let's talk about the inevitable, the elephant in the room.
Yes, sir.
Let's move to that. Let me go to the homie, Jared Levin Green, my brother. Okay, I'm a black father. I'm a black grandfather. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a black man, of course. But one thing I do know is we have been put in a situation in this country where historically we can't trust these folks. We can't, right? Now,
right.
A lot of black people my age, they raising kids that's in high school or college, and we want so desperately for our children to have a good life and not have to deal with what we dealt with, not have to deal with our parents and grandparents dealt with. We want a race-free society, right? That's what niggas really be thinking. A race-free society. But in reality, that don't exist. And
facts.
This young brother, he got black friends now. He got hellified black friends too, Nolan Wells. But he decided to go kick it with his white friends because the white friends was doing something on the 4th of July that he wanted to do. You know how black folks is. We're going to go to a cookout on the 4th of July. We're going to go to the cookout. We might go see some fireworks or something. But what we not finna do is get on no goddamn boat and go to some island with plenty hellified white folk. That's not what we do. But this brother Nolan seems to be an adventurous type of guy. He he don't believe fat be greasy. And I'm gonna make it clear, I'm not blaming the young brother. Because nothing he did deserved death. Nothing. So I'm not trying to shame him or make him feel bad or his parents feel bad. Right? Black folks historically, how we ended up in slavery is because we have a natural God instinct. We look at the world the way we see the world. We see peace, we see harmony, but the devil gonna be the motherfucking devil. You feel me? And that's how we got tricked into them goddamn boats.
Mm-hmm.
But Jared Levin Green, what's your thoughts on that, brother? As far as black people hanging with these folks.
I'm glad you went to me first, because me, you, and Coach, we had a show about this on my channel.
Yes, sir.
But we need to go back, unfortunately, to teaching our kids that we can't. We just have to watch them devils, man. We cannot hang out with these folks like you see on the movies. Everybody love everybody. That's the saying that's going on in this atmosphere. today, but it's not true. A lot of our black babies are being deleted because of this delusional rhetoric that's going on. We need to go back and teaching our babies the history of our people.
Right.
About the sundown towns, about, like I just mentioned, about Emmett Till and the 3 freedom fighters in Philadelphia, Mississippi that went missing.
Right.
So not just them. So a lot of stories where black folk, and I ain't talking about murderers. I'm not talking about degenerates. Just normal, everyday black men and women and kids.
Yeah.
Minding their business.
Black civilians.
Minding their business and just coming up missing. So we need to go back and teach our kids the history. But I know you heard this saying many a times, but to some of us, well, a lot of us actually, unfortunately, it's not getting through our head. If you don't know your history, you're doing to repeat it. And I'm gonna say this, 78, because you was getting to it, and the previous video that you just played, the brother touched on it. I'm not going to kick the family, the mother and the father, while they down. That would be wrong, but they should have known. I know y'all doing well for yourself. Shout out to y'all, but because you guys did not keep your head on the swivel watching or
Hey, but let me say one thing.
Go ahead.
Let me say one thing. The only reason I'm stopping you is because I said the same thing you said, but I heard from 2 different people who are familiar with the situation, and I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just telling you what I heard, right? But 2 different people told me the same story. They said, look, man, the daddy had concerns about him hanging with them folks. And he told him, you a black man in Mississippi, you don't need to be woo-woo-woo. But his son was hell-bent on dad. That's old school thinking. Dad. No, no. You see? You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure we get it. I don't want to make the father feel like he failed. I can't do that.
Right. And that also goes to, you watch where your kids who they're being taught by.
Right,
a lot of them white teachers or grown-ups maybe putting that may have put that in his head, or who's to say? But like I said, I ain't gonna take the time to bash them, hit them upside the head with that. But they baby boy is gone now because they underestimated how evil this beast is that's in America.
Facts. Let me go to my good brother Joe Townsend. I see Joe. You there?
What's good with y'all, man? What's happening on this Friday? What's goody?
Oh man, it's for Friday. You know, we chilling, we relaxing, and you know. But
what up, man?
What's good, Jared? What's good, everybody?
How you feel about what we cooking on as far as this crazy situation going on with the young brother?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was at the pool with my baby, with my daughter. We out here just chilling at the pool and whatnot. So, but yeah, I had to jump on here with y'all. So, I feel horrible for the parents. No parents ever have to bury their child under no circumstance. I can only imagine what Nolan Wells was going through in his final moments, you know, and it seems like he was very alone, but nobody was there to protect him no matter what happened to him, however he passed away, the brother was alone, and I can imagine, you know, how I must have felt him being there by himself. And I can imagine as a father, you're not there to protect your baby. So I'll say this, everything sounds and smells fishy. Though nothing about the situation makes sense. I'm not going to rehash everything y'all said, but I'll say this. As somebody who used to work in law enforcement, I used to work on a probation side of things. I have no faith in the justice system. I have no faith in that, you know, people are going to get what they finally deserve. We have too many examples where justice was never served when it came to black people. When it came to everybody else, things were expedited. Things got solved. People went to jail. People didn't whatever. In this case, you know, This is the definition on staying on code. Everybody loves talking about staying on code. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Nobody ain't saying nothing. Somehow, it was an accident. And well, how you know it was an accident? It takes a little while to do an autopsy. Now it take a week or more. It don't happen in no 1-2 days. Oh, it's an accident. We good. Everybody, you enjoy your weekend. No, it don't work that way. And the fact that the stepmom or the mom is a judge, that's going to go a long way in that town. And let's even go to the federal side of things. Who knows who she didn't voted for? And we all know the climate that we're in now in America. I have no faith in justice happening for the family. So everybody I know is going to go on the side of, well, let's see what happens with the justice system. And, we're all Christians here. Let's God this. Well, if God was who he was supposed to be, that brother, nothing would happen to that brother. And when it comes to the whole Christianity aspect of whatnot, everybody loves talking about, turn the other cheek, but nobody loves talking about the brothers from Deacons of Defense, who protected black folks from the Klan and whatnot. Yes, so for every time somebody say, turn the other cheek, bring up the brothers of Deacons of Defense, read a book called Negroes with Guns. These are hardcore Christian brothers who are wearing suits who are protecting black folks from the Ku Klux Klan, who was taking folks out their house, shooting them, doing absurd things to women and children. And it was the Deacons of Defense who went out there, protected a whole black community, and even protected Martin Luther King during the riots and make sure he got to point A to point B safely. So everybody loves talking about turning the other cheek, but nobody wants to talk about sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. So whether if you a Christian, whether if you're a Muslim, whether if you Buddhist or whatnot, you're going to have to get your hands dirty when it comes to protect your family, because them folks right now in Mississippi, they're protecting their family. That judge, she protecting her family. She doing what she's supposed to do. So now as a father, I've seen what happened to Trayvon Martin. So with me seeing what happened to Trayvon Martin, I cannot have no faith in the justice system. That man, Trayvon Martin, was brutally taken off this earth. And the man who did it paraded around and mocked the family, sold, signed Skittles, sold the weapon that he did it with. This is the climate that we in. I live in the real world. I grew up Malcolm X, Marcus Messiah Garvey, Amos Wilson, Yosef Ben Yakinen. That's who my teachers are, Chancellor Williams. So I know who the beast is. Fact. So I have no confusion on what is what. So you cannot have faith in a justice system that is made to protect their own. The justice system is not made to protect us. The justice system is made to exploit us. Is made to put us in chains. Is made for us to be in prisons, making Victoria's Secret lingerie, making Levi jeans, and making police equipment. That's what it's designed to do. So with that being said, if you want real justice, you have to protect yourself. I'm a self-defense brother. If something would ever to happen to anybody that I love, knocking on wood and everything, I don't need nobody praying for me. I don't need to talk to no pastor. I don't need nobody to reason with me. All I need is address and ammo, because that's the only reasoning that they understand. And I'll leave it with this. My favorite movie is Law Abiding Citizen. Never seen Law Abiding Citizen. Gerald Butler is pretty much how I get.
Love it.
Gerald Butler is how I will get down in real life. Absolutely. You know what I mean? All I need is address and ammo. I don't need no pastor. I don't need nobody to. We shall overcome, but somebody gonna overcome this 12 gauge. You dig what I'm saying? Somebody gonna overcome this 7.62, this 223. Somebody gonna overcome this. Somebody gonna overcome this 45, this 9mm. Somebody gonna overcome whatever. You dig what I'm saying? That's because that's the only reasoning they understand. There is because these are the same people. Everybody seen what happened to George Floyd. Everybody globally seen what happened to him. That brother had a knee to his neck for 9 minutes. And everybody talking about a fentanyl overdose. Everybody talking about, oh man, we didn't see what we saw. Meanwhile,
Joe, one second, brother. Keep cooking, but I'm gonna step away for a minute, but I want you to keep cooking, or you can pass it to my homie Cadillac Red next, okay, brother?
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm almost
What up,
finished.
Red?
So yeah, we've seen what happened with the in this country and globally. Again, the UN said that the biggest travesty in the world was the slave trade, and only 3 countries were not on board with that. That was Argentina, United States, and another country. So you can think that times have changed, ain't nothing, ain't we all moved on. That's in the past. If you listen to buck dancing, bootlicking guys like that cockeyed Charleston White, who said why we need to look in the past, look forward, then you're not gonna know what can happen to you and yours. Everybody love to act like can't nothing happen to it happen to them. So I sympathize with the brother's family. I sympathize with the brother Nolan Wells. Again, I can imagine how lonely he felt and how by himself he felt in his last moments. And do not have any faith in the justice system because it was designed to put you in chains and have you making police equipment, Levi jeans, and inventory secret panties while you in prison. Go ahead, Red.
Yeah, man. Salute to the brothers, man. I don't know, man. With me with this whole thing, I don't want to harp on, and I don't want to say nothing about like really trying to blame the parents, but I don't know, man. If you teach black love to kids, they love black people. You know what I'm saying? If you alienate yourself from black people and don't talk about black love, your kids might not have it. They might search for it in other places. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's the first thing I see, because and that's what a lot of kids where I grew up at, and then where I went to middle school and high school at was like night and day. Like I grew up in elementary school and shit. It was like one white person in the whole school. We moved to Virginia, it's mixed like a motherfucker up in here. So the whole game changed. But I was already used to being around my people and black love, so I just naturally went around that. But at the same time, I seen the kids that didn't. I seen the kids that shunned it. And at first I was thinking maybe it's because, the era that I grew up in, we grew up in, the hardcore hip hop era and all that, it was shunned away. But even to this day, that still gets shunned away. It's not a hardcore hip hop era. You know what I'm saying? So it make me feel like black love not teach and taught. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach that shit. It's not taught to the youth for them to, you know what I'm saying, get it together. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, say man. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest takeaway from this. Now, I agree with Joe wholeheartedly, man. This is gonna get swept under the rug, and they gonna act like it didn't happen. Only way that they gonna act like something happened in this whole situation is if something violent happened afterwards. But other than that, it's already they deleting social medias, everybody lawyered up, mom's a judge. Man, it seems like they know the play. It seems like they know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And it used to be back in the day, the law used to drag their feet. Now they move their feet real fast. Oh, we don't see nothing. Right it up. It's all over. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that'd be the bad part.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? It ain't back in the day, they'd be like, yeah, it took 8-9 months for them to find out that somebody did it. Nowadays, they like, man, look, man. Hey, man, it's ruled an accident that he did it himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Keep cooking, Red. My bad.
Yeah, nah, but that's pretty much what I be what I see from the whole situation, man. And everybody playing their part. So when it's the other way around, maybe niggas should learn something.
That's what I'm saying.
Since niggas like being like white people, when it's the other way around, be like white people.
Hey man,
so, and that's what I got.
No, I hear you, brother. Shout out to the family. Yeah. Let me see what we got here. I missed what Joe had to say. Everything he said, and I missed what Red said entirely. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, Joe cooking and Red.
Can I get in here, 8?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This type of thing been going on for decades, right? But I really blame, and I know a lot of people gonna get offended by this, I really blame Martin Luther King for bringing us into this burning house. He knew them people didn't like us. He fought for these rights for these people to do these things to us, and tried to convince the black community that, hey, integrating with these savages would be the best thing. Now we're still paying for it, and every year they made a holiday celebrating his downfall to where he integrated us with these savages and these people. Now, when we were separated from these people, we were thriving. We had businesses, we had banks, we had everything thriving without not being around these people. But his lust for wanting to be around these people, and people like him's lust for wanting to be around these people, doomed us all as a community and as a nation. I'm speaking on just black people in general. It seems to me that every other people that are not us, and even us, have a problem with us, yet we don't even care if they breathing or not. You know, us as black people, we always rush to the defense of others, but no one rushed to the defense of us. So this started back then, and we're still suffering the consequences of it today. I never celebrate Martin Luther King Day at all, because that day doomed us. You know, that man doomed us, and everything that he stood for and everybody around him doomed us. You know, all of this, you know, when they do something, non-violence and all of this and all that, this is what we're still suffering through today. But I guarantee you this, if we were violent, if we did do the things that we were supposed to do and get back in retaliation to what they do to us, I bet this will be on the minimum scale of what they do and what they try to get away with.
That's the problem, bro. It's like, now I know exactly what you're saying when it comes to Martin Luther King. I used to think probably worse than you. How you feel right now, what you just said, I thought worse than that, right? At one point in time in my life. But it took me a little longer to fully respect what he did, right? I don't agree with what he did. I don't agree with the integration. I don't agree with the bowing down and all that. I don't listen. The nonviolent movement, I don't agree with none of that. But in his mind, he thought, because he was raised as a Christian, he thought he was doing God's work. And he thought, this is going to help my people if I just have my faith in God. That's what he thought. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't right. But some of the things he did help us, and we benefit from this day, to this day, okay, from the things that he did in the civil rights movement. So I don't want to knock the brother, because in his time, he thought he was doing right. His intentions were good. It just, he didn't have all the right knowledge. He started to come out of that shit later.
Yeah, before he assassinated, he admitted.
Right.
Yeah, he.
Right, before they got rid of him, he admitted, I fear I've integrated my people into a burning house. You know what I'm saying? He said a lot of stuff, man. So he was learning as he got older. Even Malcolm was learning. But none of these brothers had the chance to grow old. Fucking Tupac. Niggas love Tupac. Niggas will tell me, oh, Tupac this, Tupac that. Tupac was 26 years old when he passed away, bro.
He was a youngster.
He was a young homie. My son is 30, or almost going to be 30, and Tupac was 26 when he transitioned. But he's such a legend. people love him so much. He didn't even have a chance to grow. We don't even know what Tupac would have developed into. See what I'm saying? So I want to give. I mean, this is me personally. Y'all ain't got to agree with me. I want to give Martin Luther King some grace because this was a brother who fought when nobody else wanted to fight. Niggas was scared. That man was getting his ass whooped out there with the white folks, getting locked up. He could have got killed anytime they wanted to kill him, and he was fighting for what he thought was right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be ungrateful to the brother for what he did, because I know what you're saying though. It's saying
Can I say one more thing too, 8, after you done?
Yes, sir, G. Go ahead.
The thing is, and I totally understand that he did some of the things, but you can do some things good and more bad than good. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, I'm a big component of community revolution and progress. That was something that helped the community.
Likewise.
I'm a big sponsor of that, and I'm a sponsor of, you know, I don't subscribe to the whole Christianity thing neither, because that book was forced on you and beat upon you. They have more unalivings than the United States and Israel put together upon the world. But yet we still look for a God that hasn't been there for us in 500 years. Is that the God of my father? It can't be, because you let these people crucify us. You let these people crucify us. You know what I'm saying? So Black people need to understand this, and that young man's parents need to understand this. When dealing with a beast, you have to think like a beast. You have to be a beast when it comes to a beast. You have to be a bully when it comes to a bully. Stop thinking with common sense. Stop wanting to look good in front of the cameras, because they don't give a fuck about looking good in front of them cameras.
Yeah.
And people did that. And all Black people should be, hey, they did that, homie. They did that. And you're going to see them get away with it. But now, just like Trayvon Martin and all our other fallen brothers, what we going to do? We just going to sit back. We're going to act like it didn't happen. We're going to go buy some Gucci. What we going to do? That's the problem.
See, this why you
That's
my
the problem.
Nigga. This why you my nigga, man. Look, bro. This what I'm saying, bro. Only thing these folks respect is chaos, pain. You gotta make motherfuckers feel pain. Listen, Martin Luther King thought he had the philosophy of Gandhi. I'm going to shame them into giving us our respect. I'm going to let you beat my ass. I'm going to let you humiliate me and my people. But when the world sees what you're doing, they're going to have so much sympathy that they're going to say, shame on you. Okay, that's a hell of a strategy. But me personally, I can't do it. Me personally.
Hey, NWA let you know what was going on. NWA let you know what was going on.
You heard?
Nobody cares. Nobody around the world, they don't care, bro. You have to stand up on your own too. Let me tell you something, my nigga. I'm not gonna defend you if you can't defend yourself. I was in the state penitentiary, I was in Desert View. A nigga from I think it was from Broadway or something like that. Bro wanted to mix it up. Nigga, I mixed it up with him. The homies from 20 Crip, like, hey. The homies from 20 Crip, like, hey, homie, I want to get down with your homie, nigga. You got down with the little homie, nigga. We about to get down. You have to defend yourself.
You got to.
Defend yourself.
And homie, I hear you clearly. I understand you. From a street nigga perspective, I know exactly what you're saying. I'm just trying to talk to the broader audience who may not know where we coming from. You feel me? But I know exactly what the fuck you talking about. You did. Now let me go to my young homie Abel. Young Abel, what's happening with it, bro?
Hey, everybody. I heard everybody was cooking up a storm today, so I wanted to put my 2 cents in this situation. So,
yes,
so I think what people have to understand about MLK is that, you know, with MLK, there's actually some misunderstandings about MLK. Now, the premise of what has been talked about is correct, but actually MLK was the type of person that if things go down, we're going to be prepared to defend ourselves by any means necessary. Towards the end of his life, is about. I remember watching an old interview about NBC News. It was about 8 months before his death, when he started to realize that the nonviolent method that he was going through, that he was actually using to try to enforce civil rights, was not turning the tide into their favor. So then he actually was thinking about, okay, maybe Malcolm X had a point when he talked about we have to focus on our own empowerment. So when you look at MLK from that perspective, he was starting to open up and realize, you know what? We need to change the system for ourselves, and we need to start doing things for ourselves to protect each other, because it's clear at this day that even with some of the people in Washington that was passing up the Civil Rights Acts of 1963 and 64, it was not done with good intentions, because Lyndon B. Johnson never really wanted to pass those Civil Rights Acts in the first place.
Lyndon Johnson was one of the most racist presidents ever.
Exactly.
Sure was.
Exactly, bro. Like, he never had no intentions of doing it, but basically he was basically being pressured to even doing it in the first place. He never really wanted to do it, because the thing is, people in Washington never really wanted black people to be on the same level playing field, because they know that black people will always outperform white folks in every single aspect of life. This is why we're seeing the things that we see here today in terms of the murder in Mississippi, because I'm calling it a murder. I don't care what anyone else says. It's a murder.
That's what it is.
Exactly. It's a straight up murder. And the other thing here is that we've seen here, even here in Minneapolis, we've seen Jamal Carr, Philando Castile, George Floyd murked, right? So the bottom line is that we need to start not only defending ourselves, we have to start understanding what methods we have to use to defend ourselves at all times, because it's clear as day that the system is never going to favor black people anyway. More importantly, too, under this administration that we're living in right now, they have made it very, very clear they're not going to investigate anything related to black deaths at all whatsoever, because they're basically on that white supremacist type time. That's what it is. It's always been that way, but now people are not recognizing, oh my God, the system's been corrupt. But truthfully, bro, it's always been that way, man. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's always been that way. We've known that, but folks around the world are now just recognizing it now.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And at the end of the day, bro, listen, I hear everything the homie's been saying. I agree with y'all 120%. My only thing about Martin Luther King is I want to be careful, because these Peckerwoods then killed the young homie. I want to be careful that I don't want to flip this to, oh, now we blaming the brother for it. No, let's stay focused on the Peckerwood.
Yeah, stay focused on that monster. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, let's stay on that, because I know what Insane's saying. I know Insane ain't wrong. I know what he's saying. I'm on the same time, but I want to make sure on this video we stay on that Peckerwood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you 1000% correct, and I was just elaborating that just to show like where this started from. They got to go. This is a word to his parents, to the young homie parents. If you hear me, they gotta go. They took your baby.
Yep.
They took your baby. It's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to the family. There's nothing else to talk about.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, they're not gonna respect us if we don't defend ourselves.
No,
you want their justice system to defend. You want their justice. You want their justice system to defend us. They make laws against us. Everything that's going on that they built is against us as a people. They only respect violence. That's all they respect.
That's it.
They want to get cracking. Let's get cracking. I'm from Long Beach, California, bro. Where when the Mexicans want to get cracking with us, nigga, let's get cracking. We not playing these games with y'all. That's the whole California. That's why I have this mindset of fuck them. It's black, too strong. We black. Stick together, bro. You're not gonna do what you want to do to us, bro. And we're not gonna do nothing back. I'm sorry, homie. It don't go like that.
Big facts. That's what I'm saying, bro. I can't. Yes, go ahead, Abel.
And you know what the scary part about it is that when black people unite together to fight against a common enemy, we're basically unstoppable. No one is ever going to want the smoke when black people decided, oh, you know what? It's time for us to unite against this beast, and watch them run away like cowards every single time.
Abel, listen. When black folks really indeed, true indeed stick together, we can't be defeated, and they know that. They know that,
Exactly.
and that's why they do everything in their power to cause division amongst black people. Niggas niggas be on the internet talking about, oh, you a tether, you from Africa, you from the islands, I'm from America. Nigga, do you understand if you who told you this dumb shit? If you go on this nonsense, you helping them continue their reign of terror. You understand?
Exactly.
You cannot allow these people. They told Africans that we don't like them. Oh, American blacks think they better than y'all. American black, they don't like y'all. Y'all African booty scratchers. And then they tell us, oh, the Africans sold y'all into slavery. They don't want y'all. Woo woo. This is white supremacy at its finest. I need my people to be smart.
Hey, 7-8, let me bring this up to add to your point. Let's think about this for a moment. When the UN basically voted on was the transatlantic slave trade a crime against humanity, guess what the 3 countries that voted against it? One of them is the United States. Yep.
Israel was one of them.
Yep.
Listen, man. Listen, let me tell you something.
And Argentina.
And Argentina.
Oh,
yeah.
Argentina was a part of Israel too. But let's dig that.
Yep.
Because Argentina was one of the places that they were going to send Israel to. But Argentina that's one of the most racist countries in the world. Argentina.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely. People don't understand that, but trust me, I met a chick from Argentina, and she got I'm gonna say it this way. Let me clean it up. I met a chick from Argentina who she was a streetwalker, right? But she said, you're so different. I said, what you mean I'm different? I heard stuff I heard about black Americans. What you hear about me? You don't know me. I heard that you guys, you hated us, and that you would enslave us and you would do this and that. I said, well, hold on. You never been to America. You never met a black American, but you heard that we was going to enslave you. I said, have you ever been enslaved before? Yes. Who enslaved you? He was from Germany. Well, what the fuck that got to do with me, bitch? What the fuck that got to do with me? You letting people brainwash you into some crazy wild shit. I ain't gonna say too much on this channel because I want to keep this about the young homie. We'll save all them stories for when me and Hussein do the P talk for the homies.
Definitely.
You know
Yeah, and I actually, everybody, I text 8 earlier and told him, man, you know, every Friday y'all gotta reach out and let 8 know y'all want to do these things, man. Every Friday
we out here tomorrow.
Okay, but this was something separate though. 8.
Okay.
Me and 8 every Friday, you know what I'm saying, is gonna give out, you know what I'm saying, relationship advice, you know what I'm saying, some pimping or some, you know what I'm saying, some relationships advice. So if y'all got a question out there about women, or y'all don't know how to approach women or come and talk to women, or know how to control your relationship, you know what I'm saying, come get it. Me and 8, we're gonna be right here, you know what I'm saying, giving game out, you know what I'm saying. Come holler at us, you know what I'm saying, because we definitely here for y'all. Abel, you gonna be the first interviewee. And anybody in the chat can come up. Anybody in the chat can come up and get some game.
The young homie Abel, Let me see. Let me get this homie here. Homie. I thought I had somebody in here. What happened? Oh, okay. They must have left. Yeah, somebody was in the background.
And one more for the brothers. See, they say we are minority, right? But we're the global majority. We are everywhere. We are the global majority. So put that in your mind and stop letting them think that just because you sound different, just because, you know what I'm saying, you may look a little different, that we ain't all brothers, because God blessed us with this melanin. Some got more than others, but we are all connected. We are the global majority.
Look, man, the earth is our turf. I'm going to say this one last time. Black folks, we are the original man and woman of this planet. So therefore, listen, Khalid Muhammad said it best. He said, Africa was our throne from which we ruled our home, which is the planet Earth. Now, from Africa, we spread everywhere. We went to the Americas, North and South. We went to Europe. We went to Asia, Australia, motherfucking what them places called the Philippines and goddamn what's them islands called down there? Papua New Guinea, all that shit. We been out here. Black folks have been everywhere. God, the Samoans. If you look at the original Samoans, them niggas. You look at the original Japanese people. I seen it myself in the museum in Chicago, at the museum. Went to the museum in Chicago. I went there to see the Voodoo Expo. They had like a Haitian Voodoo Expo. I went there to show my respect for the ancestors with the Voodoo Expo. But as I started walking around the museum, I seen all these black people in samurai outfits and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they say, this is ancient shit that they don't tell you about. The original samurais were black people. I didn't even know this shit. I ain't know nothing about this, bro. Black people, listen, bro. No matter what you think, I know this sounds like a conspiracy theory. We everywhere, fam. We everywhere. We've been outside. My brother, Coach 67, Sports TV in the building. What do, Coach?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored. How y'all gentlemen doing this afternoon?
Doing wonderful, family. Doing wonderful. Man, how you feel about all the stuff going on with the young homie Nolan Wells? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah. Of course, you know that happened in Mississippi. I live in South Louisiana. I mean, it's tragic. It's unfortunate. And, you know, for the most part, you know, everything you've been saying been real spot on from the perspective of, you know, parents have to be vigilant in terms of who they let their children hang out with and associate with. The irony is my mom and I was talking about this earlier because I could have been in many instances, I could have been in the same scenario he was in. But me, I kind of even though I played on the football team, I kind of always kind of stuck to myself, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we used to have senior dinners and things of that nature. Like I didn't even really fraternize with my teammates a lot, really outside of school for the most part. So at the end of the day, like I kind of always avoided those type of situations from the perspective of, hey, if I know I'm going to be the only one of my persuasion at these type of events and activities, you know. So for the most part, I mean, you know, her and I were talking, like, even when it came to like faculty events and stuff like that, I would, you know, when I was at those couple schools like that, I really didn't put myself in those type of scenarios. You know?
And indeed. Sensei, Stormy B man is in the building. What to do, Sensei?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good?
Doing good, brother. We over here just shooting the breeze, talking about the young homie Nolan Wells. Are you familiar with this story, brother?
Yeah. I'm not in a good place seeing these young people get themselves in situations where I don't know if it's a lack of what's being taught at home, or because what we see, you know, publicly with the facade that things are safe, things are good, you know, right. even with the fact that you see interracial get-togethers with people, marriages, dating, rooming, and all of that stuff, but it doesn't erase the fact that there is an underlying feeling toward Black folks that has never gone away. And there are people who are looking to exercise and act out on that because they can see the vulnerabilities. And I don't feel good about this at all. Not at all.
Yeah, man, it's hurtful to me. As a Black father, as a Black man and a Black father and a Black grandfather, it's very extremely hurtful to me. And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. The fact that we don't have more Black folks running around here with mental health issues.
Up in arms.
Like, bro, the stuff that we have had to endure and like pretend like ain't nothing happened and just still pay our bills, still take care of our families. A lot of black people have mental health issues. A lot of them. Post-traumatic slave syndrome. We got a lot of different stuff going on. PTSD. White folks get PTSD when somebody shot at them. They get PTSD. They get a check. We didn't grew up in a society that hate us. Where our check at? Can we get a check? I'm just saying. But the homie Insane, you still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm here with it.
Can you hear me? Oh,
can you hear me?
I hear you, bro.
Okay,
hey, y'all hold it down for me real quick. I gotta run downstairs and talk to my daughter real quick.
Okay. Like I said, while we on this topic, like I say, should no parent bury their child? Period, point blank. And like I said, these people only understand one thing, and that's violence, homie. That's violence. You're not gonna take my child, and your children get to live their years out, and your children get to have children. And you can see your grandchildren living with, you know what I'm saying, living with this secret. Nah, it don't go like that. You know what I mean? It don't. You know what I'm saying? Does any other brothers want to cook on that whole situation to where we believe in the eye for an eye?
Well, I got something to say on that. Insane. Salute to you, bro. How you doing?
Hello, brother. Amar, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. Listen, see, for some of us who are old school, you've been taught to, defend your family and things of that nature. And like I said, there has been a lax in the approach of dealing with the oppressors. The oppressors need to be dealt with in an oppressive manner. You understand? And that's a code word for being violent. You understand? Because that's what they know, and that's how they're gonna go. When you exact right upon your oppressor what they've tried to do to you, you indoctrinate that feeling and understanding and the reality of that to them, they'll back off. They'll leave you alone. But see, we have so many people who have committed themselves to be subservient, and they actually have a subservient mindset and also a traitorous mindset. So it's very hard to get everyone on board, but there are actions that need to take place. The traitorous mind and the subservient mind need to be dealt with as well in an extreme measure. Now, that may sound very harsh to some, but that's the only way to go. You understand? Because just as what we've seen in everyday society, sometimes when you let things get out of control because you said, as long as it's over there, I'm cool. But see, that co-signment is consent, and then it ends up at your door. And you start to wonder, well, how did we get here? You see, when the waves started getting rough over there, you ignored it. Now the tsunami has come up on your land, and it's going to engulf you and everything that you're about and what you represent. So it's like you have to have a different mindset, and a survival mindset. People who want to survive, people who want to persevere and everything, that there's strength in that. Those are the ones that you need to party up with and form links and chains. Because I'm going to tell you something. In this society, we have seen the weaknesses get exposed, and someone is going to take advantage of that. Now, I just made a broad statement, but it can get extremely personal if you really think about what I just said. All it takes is one situation that's going to require people to be alert, come together, get their act together and whatnot, or perish. And you're going to have a lot who perish because they're not prepared. And I'm not talking about being prepared with weaponry and everything, because the greatest weapon is your mind. And if your mind is in the gutter, in the sewer, the toilet, where will your body be?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I honestly think that us as black people, we need to just come together, because we've seen so many examples of how these people gonna deal with us, how they gonna handle us, how they don't want us around them, and yet we still force ourselves to be around these people. My thing is, if you don't want to be around me, you know what I'm saying, if you don't want me around you, then I need to open up my eyes and get away from you, because you're going to constantly keep abusing me. And now I'm an abused housewife now to these people. And that's how we are. We're slaves to these people. We're slaves to the way that they think of us. We want them to look at us in high esteem, us not to be savages, us not to be unhumane, us not to be humans. But yet they are they're showing you what they truly are. They're showing you that they are that. Like I say, you're not going to survive if you don't know how to survive. You have to defend yourself at all times. I don't care how it's coming, whether it be white folks, Hispanics, Asians, whoever the enemy is. We have to know the enemy. We have to organize, and we have to do what we do. If we don't do that, we are doomed. As a people, we're doomed. Anybody else want to cook on that?
Yeah, pretty much what Stormy said. And basically what I said earlier, it's an old saying, but a lot of us it's not sinking in our brain. If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. So a lot of our, especially people our people my age and younger, and unfortunately some of the older folk, we have got so comfortable in this society. We forgot how vicious these people are, and our head has been not on the swivel. So now our babies are suffering for it because adults are not teaching the history. And what Cadillac Red was saying earlier, self-love, black love, how amazing our people are. But if you think the white man's ice is colder, you're going to be in a compromised position where you might be the only black person at an event where something bad happened to you. So it's crazy, man. But all the brothers are cooking, man. But I have to hop off here, man. But y'all brothers, and especially you 78, insane. I appreciate y'all for talking about this topic. It's needed.
Hey, man, I want to thank all y'all brothers for pulling up on us, because I myself got to go. I got to go and my daughter's having a sleepover with her little nieces, my cousins and stuff. So I want to make sure I can pull up and take care of them. But everybody who cooked, thank y'all so much for coming through. We're not done. Me and Insane coming back tomorrow. So y'all welcome to pull up. You know, we're going to drop the link in the chat. Y'all pull up and we're going to cook.
Yeah, General, we appreciate you, bro. Jared and I, we getting ready to go get ready to do HBCU Fanatics.
Oh, bet.
We appreciate if y'all come through, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, tell people they can find. Drop the link in the chat. Link in the chat real quick.
Drop the link, Jared.
I got you.
Hey, look at the black Ned Flanders.
Oh, shut up, bro. Shut up. You always got something to say about me every single time. It's whether my head, something, or my vernacular, what it is. And it is, man.
Hey, but let me let my homie Ram cook real quick. He just got here. What's up, Ram?
What up, Ram?
What's up, y'all?
Oh, shit, chilling, man.
What's up with the local Ram, cuz? What's the deal?
Oh, man, kicking Caxi and cool.
That's right, cuz.
Hey, you heard about this whole situation going on with the young homie
Yeah, man, that shit wild as fuck, bro. So none of that story makes sense at all. One, if you mac into a young one, a young yamp, you gonna fucking have your phone on deck, nigga, because you gonna want her math. You gonna want yours. You gonna want to see what the Instagram doing, all that shit. You know how the young homies is these days. So him just here, take my phone while I'm macking on this bitch don't make no sense, bro. Then you top that off with they wouldn't even get a mama back the phone and shit, and everybody shutting down they social medias and all that, man.
Right.
I don't see why Mississippi ain't on fire right now.
That's all I'm saying. Shit sound crazy to me.
Yep. It'd be the first state to burn to the ground. If I was there, that was mine. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Everybody gonna have a funeral next week, starting with mine.
Hey, big facts. Everybody.
Yep.
I'm showing up dressed up, and everybody funeral. You did.
Exactly.
Ain't no way in hell this finna happen to me. Y'all think this?
Not nothing happened. You feel me?
The 1940s and 50s. You got me fucked all the way up.
Yeah, all the way up, bro. So yeah, I don't get that shit, man. It's always happens to the ones who not like that. It's like the motherfuckers got a something in their nose they can smell people who not like that to do it to.
No. They know who to fuck with. They know who to fuck with. They specifically target women and black dudes or elderly people, but they target black dudes who not gangsters. When the last time you seen a white boy target some gangsters? When?
Never. Nigga, last time they tried that shit, they tried to pop out on Maxine Waters and they didn't even make it down the block. Nigga, all the locals out there busting they shit up, nigga.
Oh yeah, Maxine Waters is big in the city. Like
yeah,
if you're in California, Los Angeles County, you know who Maxine Waters is because she represents us as a people. She represent us. So yeah, you ain't gonna play with Maxine Waters.
She like our Marion Barry out west though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man, all that shit bogo as hell, bro. Real.
You know what really needs to happen is some of them need to turn up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all they gotta do is get the party started. That's all they gotta do is get the party started.
You know,
the rest gonna fall into place.
You know, an eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's
Until
what
we
needs to
all
happen.
blind. God damn it. I don't care if it leaves the world blind. We all finna be blind then. You ain't just finna run up the skull on us. Hell no.
Yep. Cause see, that's the only way it's gonna change. You know what I mean? It's the only way it's gonna change. You have to force change.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, when they realize black folks actually finna fight and not march, not beg, but fight, we're gonna have some difference. We're gonna have some change out the motherfucker.
We always do. I'm telling you, we always do. These motherfuckers gotta get that fighting spirit back in them, man. I know they didn't got a lot of the fighters out the way with the different drug epidemics through the years and all that. But fuck that, it's still some left, bro. Them motherfuckers gotta get off the porch and start scratching.
Big facts, cuz.
Yep.
But look, baby, man, we finna get up out of here though. Y'all tune in tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for letting us cook and let us express our insight and everything.
Man, absolutely.
Hopefully we can have all these conversations.
Hey, we finna be cooking. Tomorrow we're gonna cook too. We're gonna be cooking on relationships and all that good shit.
Hey, we still got that shit though for the Patreon today too with Schoolboy in the museum, bro. All you gotta do is set that up though and let them cook.
Oh, hit me up afterwards so we can talk about it.
All right.
Hey, one more thing too. As we prepare for the NFL season to start, also link up with us here, bro. We're going to discuss a lot of NFL topics. The first episode, it's going to be probably in the works, on the greatest running backs of all time. Stay tuned for that, folks.
Yeah, most definitely. Greatest running backs of all
Yeah,
time.
and I heard Abel bringing back Taxi Cab Confessions. But he going to be the taxi driver. He's driving around with just a shirt on.
All right,
Yeah,
Brand,
hey,
why you want to assume that I used to drive a taxi cab, bro? Like, come on, man. What the hell?
Yeah, you
What,
gonna be the
is the
bottomless
hat and the
taxi
glasses
cab
like
driver though. You just gonna have a shirt on with a mic, and
hey, let me
then
go. I'm finna go
whatever
sign off. I'm
happens,
finna go.
happens.
I got to pick up my babies from the mall real quick, but I'm gonna holler at y'all in a
Yeah.
minute though.
All
All
right,
right,
peace out,
bet.
man.
All right, shout out to the
All
family.
right, peace, everybody.
All right, OG
Peace.
Stormy B, man.
All right, peace, bro. Peace.